Crisco Kid.
My next guest, I feel like this conversation and just this introduction is way long overdue. Been a fan since I don't know, Hustle and Flow, and even before that, all the movies. The list goes on. And we watch To Tell the Truth and House Hunters. I mean, you're just part of this household, man. And Blackish and so many other projects. He's a comedian. He's an actor. He's a father. He's a son. He's a best friend of Hollywood's favorite celebrities, Anthony Anderson. Welcome to the show.
Oh, no, that's an introduction right there, Playboy.
You get winded because you do so many things, and I don't want to leave one of them out, man. I don't want to leave anything out.
Oh, no, I appreciate that, Crisco Kid. Thank you, baby.
Hey, so Anthony, we're here today because as we approach the holidays, I think it's just so important for us to talk about A, family, B, health, though, because as we go to the year and to the season of being thankful, we got to talk about health, because it's one thing that a lot of people take for granted. And I love that you've teamed up with Novo Nordisk, and you guys have a campaign called Get Real about diabetes, type 2 diabetes. And for those that are people who are your fans, know that you've been a type 2 diabetic for over a decade, and you have your journey. And we're black and brown, man. So diabetes kind of runs with what we are, but it doesn't always have to be. And you've helped with this campaign to kind of help change all that. Can you talk about it?
Yeah, well, I teamed up with Novo Nordisk, and we started this campaign. GetRealAboutDiabetes.com is the website where everyone can go to get information about the disease. Whether you're pre-diabetic, whether you've been diagnosed with it, it gives you all the information that you need, how to live with this disease and not die from it. So that is why I teamed up with them, and I go around to the black and brown community talking about, my testimony, or giving my testimony, and then sharing, just stories and hearing what their stories are, to bring us closer together, just in the storytelling, but also in sharing of the information.
Get Real is it's the perfect name, because it is a real conversation that I think a lot of people, A, don't want to have, or B, they're not ready to have. So thank you for opening the door for this as well.
Yeah, well, it's something that we need to get real about, especially in the black and brown community, especially for the men in those communities, because we rarely go to the doctor. Case in point, my dad never went to the doctor, and I was the first person diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in my family, then my mom, and then my dad. But after my dad, we found out that he had been living with the disease undiagnosed for over 20 years. So you can just imagine, how the disease had wreaked havoc on his body, and going 20 years undiagnosed, and what that can do. And he ultimately passed away due to complications because of the disease. And that was a wake-up call for me to get real about it, wake-up call for my mom to get real about it. And that's why this partnership is so important to me, just to go out and share this information so that other families, other men, and women as well, but men in particular, don't have to go through what my dad went through, don't have to go through what my family went through by losing a loved one because they didn't have the information.
Right. And then also the other aspect of, I have friends, I also have family members that have, neuropathy, and it can take over certain parts of your body. And then you talk about losing a toe, then potentially a foot, then it can go to the lower leg. I mean, and these are things that affect mental health that I think a lot of people don't really address or talk about as well. And, we gotta just maybe take baby steps for some people to understand like the severity or the long-term effects that could happen with type 2 diabetes. We mentioned Thanksgiving, we mentioned the holidays. Eating diet is definitely a key part of everything. What's your daily kind of like routine? Do you start? I saw you drink a juice before we started. Is it a lot of juicing? Do you cut the fats, or no breads or sugars at all? What do you do, Anthony Anderson?
A little bit of it all. I have a juicer at the house, so I juice it from time to time in the morning to get my day started. I try to stay away from as much sugary stuff as I can, but lots of vegetables, moderation of fruit, nuts, but you know, the vibrant colored vegetables or fruits work best for me. The raspberries, the blueberries, the strawberries, you know, things like that. So that's what I do. What works for me may not work for someone else. And
Right.
that's why we need to go to our doctors, go to our endocrinologists, our physicians to see what works best for us as the individual.
Anthony Anderson, you look good, bro. You look great. Hashtag Husky and Handsome. I'm gonna talk about that in just a second. But if they want to get more details again on how they can get more information on fighting or changing your lifestyle, maybe you've been diagnosed type 2 diabetic, or maybe you're thinking, hey, something's not right. Maybe I should go to the doctor. All the information is again.
GetRealAboutDiabetes.com. That's our website. GetRealAboutDiabetes.com.
I love the hashtag Husky and Handsome because I feel like maybe I should start using this a little bit here, man.
Why not, Crisco?
Why not? Can we talk about Paul Rudd being the sexiest man alive? I feel like the Husky and Handsome people keep getting left off people's sexiest.
Really?
I think so.
Paul Rudd is the handsomest man alive.
That's what People Magazine said.
He ain't got enough meat on his bones.
Can we start our own Husky and Handsome sexiest man alive for 2022?
There we go. You know what? For 2022, this is what I'm going to do. I'm sending a shout out to all my Husky and Handsome brothers out there. Let's start our own calendar. Husky Handsome. The Husky and Handsome 2022 calendar.
Something's got to change, baby. I feel like we neglected every year out of that magazine. Look, so much going on with you. And when they said that we had the opportunity to speak, I was like, well, where do I hit? Because we only got a couple of minutes here. But congratulations, Blackish. I know the final season, that's got to be emotional for you. I just wanted to know, because this show, and I didn't realize it's been almost a decade. I was thinking like, wow, 6, 7, 8 years when I was going back. And just to see so many years later, how it has transformed, even the way other TV shows are presenting their image of the family. And you look at like the Cosby Show 20, 30 years ago. Then you look at Family Matters, and you look at even Full House, Roseanne. I'm just throwing out family things that we grew up in the 80s and 90s. And it feels great to see your show, Blackish, what it's done. And that when you look 10 years, 20 years from here, people think, wow, I grew up watching that, and that changed my life in this way. Or what's the legacy you hope it leaves behind?
Everything that you just said, you know, how it's affected the public that watches it. You know, how, you know, the stories we told and the characters that we portrayed were unapologetic in who they are, in telling their truth, and telling it from their lens, and opening up all of that for discussion. And by that discussion and having that conversation, you know, maybe those who were at odds sitting at the table have a better understanding of the person that they were sitting across from by the end of that conversation, and just being authentically truthful in who we are, and the things and the stories that we share.
Yeah, you know, is there that moment, because I can still think of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where the final episode where Will kind of takes a look back at the house, and you know, I think we all kind of remember that, and everybody always kind of remembers that final episode. Is there the heart touching or that moment that you feel we're going to be left with?
We have those heart wrenching moments there. We have those moments of clarity. We have those moments of nostalgia. So we'll see, and hopefully it resonates with an audience when they watch it.
Yeah. Anthony Anderson, ladies and gentlemen, from Blackish to Tell the Truth. That's another one, man. You killing it, dog. You killing it out there. There's 3 people. One of them is telling the truth. The other 2 are not. What are some things that maybe you've picked up about telling, you know, if somebody's lying, like, okay, they look to the left, or what's your kind of key, like when you're listening to people? Can you pick them out?
No, it's all about the questions that you ask. Yeah, you know, even though one person is sworn to tell the truth, the other 2 can be up there and lie through their teeth, but they all know the same. So who shares that information the best? You know, and that comes from asking the right questions. You know, it's It's about whoever's asking the question, trying to get the information from them. Because even though, like I say, even though one has been sworn to tell the truth, they're still not there to be picked. You know, they're still trying to throw you off. So you just have to continue to ask those questions and not get caught up in trying to find the joke, not get caught up in trying to do whatever. And that is what I find helps me. I've never been able to guess all 5 correctly in one show. So I've never won a Doris in my imaginary mind, but it's definitely a fun show to do and to play.
Right. No, your mom's got a pretty solid record up there. You know what I'm saying? She does. She can pick them, man. And let's talk about moms right quick, because it's cool to see, like, when somebody comes on, your mom will kind of flirt with them and, hey, well, let's go out, and you try to set up your mom. I went through a period of my time where I didn't want my mom dating anyone. My parents got divorced when I was like 3 or 4. And it would be rough. Like, when you came to my crib, me and my brother would do everything possible to make sure my mama didn't have a boyfriend and I didn't have a stepdaddy. Now, as I got older, I'm like, I got to set my mom up with somebody, man. Like, it's just like, I'm trying to make her a profile. I'm trying to do everything. She don't want it. And I'm like, Mom, just tell me who you're looking for. I'm sorry for everything I did in the past. Let me help you find a guy now. Do you have any tips on how to, like, get in there and build that relationship with mom so you can kind of, like, help find somebody?
Man, I found the best way is to stay out of the way.
Oh.
Look here, we can't be matchmakers to mama. Let mama go out there and find her man. She knows what she wants. She knows what she wants to do. Let her go out there and do it. She a grown woman.
Advice taken. Let's leave with this, House Haunters. That is hilarious. You and your mom, man. I mean, do you feel sometimes like, is it, hey, are you calling me because you want me on the show, or are you calling me because you want mom? Even with all the T-Mobile stuff and the financial stuff, is y'all the perfect tag team, man.
It's getting to that point now. I was like, well, you know, I'm not my mother's agent, but I will help negotiate her contract because I want 10% of what you're about to pay her. Right. But no, it's fun. This is something my mother always wanted to do and couldn't do it. And I'm in a position right now to allow her to live out her dream as an actor. And she's doing it, and she's talented at it, and she's having a great time, and the people are really responding to her. So she's enjoying it, man. She's enjoying it, and I'm enjoying her take her ride.
Anthony Anderson, they told me I only have a couple of minutes left. You got to go to lunch. But I understand, and I saw on the gram that you just had a golf tournament. And when I told one of my interns that we were going to be talking, she's like, oh, my God, we were at Top Golf. And he holds the record for the longest, because she works at Top Golf, the longest golf club on Guinness Book of Records for swinging the club. I was like, how do you know that random information? She's like, well, I follow him probably more than you do. I pay attention to everybody.
Well, I do. I hold the Guinness Book of World Records. I'm in the Guinness Book of World Records for using the world's longest swinging the world's longest usable golf club, hitting the ball. I forget how far I hit the ball, but there was an existing record, and I broke it by swinging a club that's 36 feet, 1 inch long, and I hit a ball a couple of 100 feet. And so that's what the record is. It's not just swinging the club; it's also making contact and getting the ball out there into the field, into the fairway.
For sure. Well, next time you have a tournament, I don't know if it's you do it a couple of times a year or whatever, but I would love to participate in that. What's your handicap, by the way?
Golf is my handicap.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't even know what that means, bro. I was just asking to sound like I knew what's happening.
No, I'm a 15. I'm a 15. I'm an average player.
Anthony Anderson, I appreciate you checking in this afternoon. Again, all the future projects, anything you want to remind them before we get out of here? Come on.
No, that's it. Just have all your listeners go to getrealaboutdiabetes.com and get all the information that they can get from the website to learn from, to share with friends and family that may have the disease. And let's do what we can to make it easier for those who do.
Hey, much love. Pleasure talking to you. You can come on the show anytime, bro. Thank you. And I hope you do.
I appreciate it, Crisco. Have a good one.